all my friends. Pull it up on your phone, make sure you can hear me, because I have the microphone hooked up. Just click on the channel. Go there. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. You can hear me. What's going on, everybody? I got two of y'all in here. One thumbs up. That two that are in here are probably Scott and Cameron as they're standing on my balcony. One is sitting. Rwanda in the house. What's going on? We are setting sail from Miami on our way to the first port of call, Aruba. On board the Carnival Horizon, we are on an ABC cruise. I am here crashing the Coop cruise from John Clayco's The Ship Show. So I am here setting sail from Miami, and I figured I would go live from the balcony this time and give you a different perspective, a different view of the sail away from the city of Miami on board the Carnival Horizon. There's the horn, so we are officially underway. Nobody else can get on board the ship. The only other person that's going to get off the ship in the next few minutes is going to be the pilot once we get out. Miami is a relatively quick port. It's one of my favorites to sail out of. It is not one of my favorites to drive to, however. Last night's drive was a little brutal. It was a little brutal last night, and I don't want to say it was the worst drive to Miami I have ever had, but the highway was shut down, so we had to go down the Tamiami Trail. And if you know anything about driving to Miami, or you live in Florida and you've driven the Tamiami Trail, it's about 68 miles long, and there is no street lights for that whole 68 miles. It is pitch black the whole time. Pull up the comment section on your phone, Scott, so I can see what everybody's saying at the same time as we're going through. Mel is in the house. What's going on, Mel? I hope you're having a fantastic day. James M, one is me, and a newer subscriber. Love the content. Look forward to having this view again. That's what's up, James. I appreciate you for subscribing. Jess Cruisin' Mama. Who you guys sailing with? We are on board the Carnival Horizon. There's a large group on board. We are on board with the Ship Show, the Coop Cruise 2025. The weather is perfect today. I will give you that. You gotta love Florida. Yeah, the weather is awesome. I love living in Florida. I love having cruise ports right out my back door. Miami being the furthest at 5 hours away. But it was a good ride. Kimberly Tucker, welcome to the new kids club. Every day driving to Miami is brutal. I swear I don't know where those drivers come from thinking they can fly by you at 120 miles an hour, zipping in and out of lanes. Cameron Hawkins in the house. And that's a big thing, right? So like last night when we were driving down, I'm not going to say I was speeding, but I wasn't doing the speed limit. So if being over the speed limit is considered speeding, then I was speeding. However, I was only about 8 to 10 miles over the speed limit at any given time. And I mean, I had guys blowing by me at a good 90 miles an hour on the Tamiami Trail in the complete darkness. And I was like, hey, that's fair. You can blow by me. The cops will pull you over before they pull me over. So I'm all right with that. But that's the sail away view, man. Like this is a great view to set sail from. Port Canaveral and Miami are my top two in the state of Florida. Tampa's a hard sail away to beat because you go under that Skyway Bridge, so that's another great view. But I mean, look, you got some planes taking off in the distance. You got the sheriff's boat here. You got them coming over the sound waves making some announcements. And then you have that whole beautiful South Beach vibe right off in the distance. So it's a relatively quick sail away out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral. They're relatively quick, usually about anywhere between 10 minutes to 30 minutes. Once you get out, you're in open water. Casinos are open. Taxes come to a stop. While you're in port, you're paying tax fees and all that for your drinks, whether it's soda, bottled water, mixed drinks, cocktails, shots, anything like that. But once you're out in that open water, within 30 minutes, you're there. You're in that international water zone. You're not paying those taxes. You're able to hit your favorite slot machines, things like that. So that's why Miami, Port Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale are on those top ports that I like to sail from, because it's relatively quick to get out to the open waters. So it gives you that more inclusive feeling when it comes to drink packages or anything like that. Now, if you've ever sailed out of Galveston or New York City, you'll know what I'm talking about when it comes to these drink packages, man. They don't work till the next day. At least with Carnival, that is. At least with Carnival. I know Royal Caribbean does a little things a little different out of Galveston. I know you have certain drinks that you can choose from that are included in that drink package type vibe with Royal Caribbean. But if you've sailed Carnival out of Galveston or New York, those drink packages don't work till the next day. If you look just off into the distance right there, you can see a seaplane just parked up on land. The last time we sailed out of here, Cameron, there was a seaplane that took off and landed a couple times, right? Yeah, back in October, there was a seaplane that took off and landed a few times. That was pretty cool, being able to catch that on the live stream. Now, we are in port. It's a relatively slow day for the Port of Miami today. We only have about 5 ships in port total today. Icon of the Seas being one of them. But I can tell you that when I was here in October and we sailed past that behemoth, it was big. It was big. It was one of the biggest ships I've ever seen. And it till this day, it is the biggest ship that has ever cruised waters with paying passengers, until the Star of the Seas comes out later on this year, which I am on. I can't wait for that. Another drive to Miami. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought I'd be driving to Miami multiple times in one year? My last 3 cruises have been to Miami. October, I've sailed out of Miami. January, I've sailed out of Miami. February, well, technically March, I'm sailing out of Miami. And then I have the Star in September, which is, I lied. That's out of Port Canaveral. The Star is going out of Port Canaveral. I just surprised myself. James Cantonese in the house. What's going on, Jim? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Seascape is in port with us today. NCL ships here as well. I didn't catch what ship it was or the name. Oceana's on the other opposite side where they dock the smaller ships. But there's only 5 ships in port today, so relatively not a busy day for the Port of Miami today. Tomorrow will be a different story. And then when we get back next Sunday, there's about 9 ships that are going to be in port. So it's definitely going to be a little busy. Dan just got off the celebration on Sunday. I hope you had a fantastic time. Hope you had a blast on board the Celebration. It's still one of my favorite ships. I enjoyed it when I was there in January. I enjoyed it when I did the transatlantic crossing. But for us to be setting sail, I kind of feel like we're moving slow. We're just pushing out of the dock. We're just bow thrusting, stern thrusters, and all that. It was great, but the casino was not kind. Stopped after $100, not even 200 points. That's unfortunate, because when I was there in January, I felt the same way. The casino did not treat me well. And I was a little disappointed. I mean, the best casino treatment I've had, if we're going back like the last 2 years, Celebrity did me really good on the Reflection. Margaritaville Islander has did me pretty well. Royal Caribbean did me dirty for my first Utopia. But it's also benefited me with the offers that I've received from Royal Caribbean since the Utopia of the Seas, right? Like, we're talking Icon of the Seas being the biggest ship setting sail on the ocean, and now the Star of the Seas is going to be the biggest ship when that comes out. And I got a balcony offer for 2 for 7 days for less than $320. So I can't really argue with the price there, even though I lost some money in the casino and I didn't do relatively well on the casino. I still made out like a fat rat in a cheese factory, right? Like, you can't argue with a 7-day cruise on a brand new ship for less than $350 for 2 people. Now, that doesn't include my gratuities or internet or any extras. That's just the basic to get me on the ship, and that's that. But I can't argue with it. And I like that reference, fat rat in a cheese factory. I made out. We've stopped for some reason. We're not... I can see, like, right off the aft end, you can see that we're kicking up some water back there. So we're definitely moving. We're just moving at a snail's pace. So instead of facing that direction, how about we face this direction and give you a little bit of view of what we're going to be sailing towards. Now, again, this is an 8-day. We're heading to Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. ABCs, pretty much the same thing I did in October. The only difference is I'm hitting the B. I haven't been back to Bonaire since the very first cruise I created content on. And ironically, believe it or not, it was on board the Carnival Horizon. We went to the same ports of call, and those were the very first videos that I've ever published on the channel. I did settle on Brilliant Lady for another one, looking at Miracle after that. What are you on today? So today we're on board the Carnival Horizon. The next one after this, when I get home, is not until May. And that is on board the Jubilee. And then I have the Star of the Seas after that. Now I have a lot of time to fill gaps with. Margaritaville sent me an epic email the other day. They want me back real bad. They sent me a great offer that you really can't refuse, right? When you're getting it for free, you can't really say no. So I'm probably going to hop back on the Islander again this year over the summer. And then I want to do a couple more celebrity throughout the year. But I'm really, my itch for Europe is really big right now. And I would love to try and get over into Europe over the summer here. Controversial Cruising in the house. What's going on, Scott? I hope you're having a fantastic day out there in the West Coast, West Central Coast. Either way, it's not over here. Dan, either one would be great for me, either North Europe or the Med. I did the Med last April on board the Sun Princess, and I absolutely loved it. Greece is one of my favorite places to go to now. Portugal is absolutely on the top of my list. But even if I can go to like in North England or Scotland, Greenland, Iceland, anything like that would be ideal as well. So anything over in Europe would make me happy. It doesn't have to be a specific area, but the Mediterranean is what made me fall in love with Europe. I mean, the first European experience that I had was on board the Carnival Celebration for the very first paying passenger cruise, which was the transatlantic from the Southampton port. And then I went over to London a few days before the cruise. I enjoyed the city of London. And that was my first ever overseas big experience I've ever had. And from that moment forward, I've always wanted to go back. So I've tried to at least every year do one transatlantic voyage. So last April, I did the Sun Princess out of Rome, round trip. It was 9 days in the Mediterranean, went to Greece, went to Montenegro. And then after that, we flew to Barcelona and we boarded the Carnival Glory, and we came back over on the Glory for a transatlantic. So this October, I'll be heading into London for a few days. And then from London, I'll be flying into Barcelona, where I board the Carnival Mardi Gras, fresh out of dry dock. And then I'll be taking that back to Port Canaveral. And the reason I did that one is because it stops at the new private beach club there with Carnival Celebration Key. Hey man, you're cool. Don't you know I'm trying to go live over here? I want to do east to west transatlantic. How is the internet on the horizon? We had 6,300 in Celebration. It was slow and inconsistent. So currently right now I'm on my regular data plan. I'm not on the internet yet, but I'll definitely have to fill you in. I am due for a cruise maybe out of Tampa. So come on down, man. We'll hop on the Islander together. The Islander sails out of Tampa, and it's one of my favorite cruises that I've been on. I've been on that ship, I think 3 times already. At least twice. I know I've been on it at least twice, maybe 3 times. I might be thinking 3 times because I sent my brother with his wife and kids on it over Christmas time, and they loved it as well. So I've been hearing nothing but good things. Margaritaville has definitely stepped up their game since I went on the Paradise out of West Palm years ago. When they got that new ship, man, they really stepped up their game a little bit. They have executives that worked with bigger cruise corporations like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and all of that are working with them now. So it's definitely a better experience. The only thing I wish they would do different is get their casino refitted to where you can use your room card, charge your room card, things like that. At the moment, you can only do cash, and if you have a credit card on file, you can only charge that credit card once for a $500 type like cash advance to be able to play in the casino. After you do that, they won't allow you to do that again. So if you're a big time gambler that'll go and drop a few $1,000s, you have to bring that cash with you. And I know in today's world, not a lot of people carry cash. They usually carry plastic. Plastic is what rules all, right? Either plastic or contactless, and 90% of people that do contactless use their cell phones for everything, because if I'm doing it, I know a million other people are doing it. And that's what makes it a little difficult with that casino. But in all reality, it's still a great ship to get on. It's a wonderful ship. It's a Spirit class ship. So if you've been on any Carnival Spirit class ships, you know the layout of that ship already. The decor, the entertainment, the food, the staff, everything is wonderful. I have no bad complaints. The only complaint is I don't get on it enough. I brought 2K, but again, only went to 100 at a time. Going through the airport with thousands is a different feeling. Yeah, it really is. So for someone like me who lives in Florida, it's a little bit different because you're going from your house to there. Tampa's only a 40-minute drive from my house. I work in Tampa 6 days a week. I'm in Tampa every single day, so it's a little different when you live in that area. Tampa's the closest cruise port to me. The second closest would be Port Canaveral, Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami are the ones that are the furthest away. But it doesn't really matter, right? Like any cruise port I am willing to travel to, it just gets tiring when you drive for a living and then drive 5 hours to get to a cruise port. It makes it worth it once you get to the ship. Now, I will tell you this. Today's embarkation process was relatively smooth. We had no hiccups. We had no problems. I know last week there was a lot of complaints going around on the internet, Facebook groups, things like that, about the amount of traffic and the time it was into the port of Miami. And I saw a ton of pictures. There was a lot. What are you pointing at, Scotty?
Dolphin.
Oh, there's dolphins down there?
Yeah.
On the opposite side?
On the yacht, yeah.
So I know there was a lot of people talking about how there was... Dusty's calling. There was a lot of people talking about how there was a ton of traffic and there was people walking the bridges to get into Miami and all of that. And it was crazy. I saw pictures. It was a madhouse. Now this weekend, we didn't have that many issues. We didn't have a lot of traffic getting into the city. We didn't have a lot of congestion, didn't have to do multiple U-turns or anything like that to be able to get to the ship, to the ports, and everything was good. Do you have the video pulled up on your phone? I just like having a secondary phone to be able to read the comments. It makes it a little bit easier. Tampa is 21 hours for me. Well, you're all the way up in New Hampshire, so it's a little different. Embarkation from Celebration was 20 minutes on. Took a tour off so easy. Yeah, so it's tough, right? Like when you have cruise ports that are right at your back door, it's hard to want to drive 5 hours to get on board a ship. Now, the good thing is before we came here today, I went and bought that house and that yacht, so I live here now. This is where I live now. And if Dusty McNeil is watching this, he paid for it. He's the one that paid for it. So I appreciate that, bro. But get your brother some new shoes, man. I've been seeing those same shoes for 3 years now. He needs some new sneakers. Weekend before was $60K that weekend at the port plus start of the boat show. Yeah, so it's definitely crazy, right? Mike Jones, watching y'all sail away from Miami. Safe travels. I appreciate that. And the one thing that makes me forget about that 5-hour drive is this right here. Like, this is an epic view. I believe this is one of the best views to sail out of Miami with. You get the road right here. You get the little cut-throughs to the bay. You see these million-dollar mansions right on the water, multi-million-dollar yachts, super yachts. And I was telling everybody as we were driving in, because the only other person in the group that is with my group of 4 that lives in Florida is Scott. Now, Scott lives up in Panama City Beach. He's on the Emerald Coast. It's a little different up there. Down here in the Tampa area, St. Pete, where I live at, the Miami. All right, we got one in there. Let's see if we can't get some more people back in here. That goes to show you you should connect the internet before you go live. I had full service, so I don't know why it kicked out.
It's live now.
Perfect. Yeah, I see it's back on. All right, welcome back, y'all. Now we got 7 more back in here. And I don't know why it kicked out. I had full service, LTE. Turn that down for me. Everything was good. I don't know why it kicked out. You catching fish for dinner? Look at that. We got the ferry boat coming in with the cars on it. Hey, USPS. Where he delivering to? That's who I work for. I need to get me a job where I can drive up on the barge and go deliver. We're getting ready to come up on the Coast Guard station now. That's why I'm glad we were on this side this time, because the things you typically don't see when I go live from the Lido, you're able to see from this one. I really wonder where that came from. If y'all have anything you want to see from this upcoming adventure, whether it's casino videos, food vlogs, horn battles, ship tours, room tours. Yeah, James, I'm back. We are nearing the end. I think the captain's getting angry at the boats that keep cutting in front of him. Yeah, there's another one. See, just right in front of the ship. Like, I mean, come on. The bigger man always wins. Do you people not understand that? The bigger man always wins. Subs. So there's definitely going to be a lot of content coming over the next 8 days. I'm definitely going to do a ship tour, room tour, things like that. Looks great, warm and sunny, cold over the pond. It's a good day. It's a nice day, not too hot. It was definitely hotter earlier when we were making our way in, right? Like it felt like it was 90, but it was only 78. The humidity was a little high today. But it's definitely a nice day. Beautiful day for a sailaway, and it's a beautiful day for a cruise. There's really not a bad day for a cruise. It doesn't matter hot, cold, rain, sleet, snow, shine. If I'm on a ship, I'm going to make sure it's a good day. Warm, strong adventures in the house. What's going on, Bill? Hope you're having a fantastic day, my brother. Still a little jealous you got flights to Australia for less than $20, but we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to let that one slide. Does your significant other get that, Bill? Because if that's the case, man, we can get married. Got the helicopters going by. We got it all, man. Look at those boats. One of these days, I'm going to own one of those super yachts. Maybe not own one. I'll be on one. I'm not going to say whether or not I rented it or stole it, but either way, I'll be on one of those. Hey, Bill Gates, if you just end up watching my videos or anything like that, and you want to take me on one of your super yachts, you know, I'd be up for it, Mr. Microsoft. Tim Cook, Elon Musk, any of you guys that got super yachts, Conor McGregor, You know, I think that would make for a killer video. That would probably get me my 25 million bajillion subscribers I was talking about the other day during the live show. Could you imagine living right here in one of these condo associations, especially this one? I mean, look at the balconies on that thing. I would love to live in that condo association right there, to just have this as my view every few days. I think it would be awesome, especially for the mornings when you're coming back in. I think that would be pretty cool to be able to watch the ships come in, turn around up there, and dock up. Like, even if you have one of those, to me, that's a super yacht. Anything bigger than a dinghy is a super yacht. At this point, I'll ride that jet ski and say it's a super yacht. Them things are just as expensive. These boats, I drive past these every day at work. Them things are beasts when they're sitting up on the trailers. They look insane. Look at that place. It looks like they got a park on top of the roof over there. Like a dog park type thing. It's awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want to live here? Now, granted, the cost of living is probably through the roof. Your rent and homeowners association fees are probably ridiculous. Your mortgage is probably insane. Unless you got millions of dollars to just buy it outright and all of that. It's a little insane, but I mean, look at what you got, right? You're right on the jetty here. The beach is right there. You get to see cruise ships sail in and out, and you just hang out here all day. I mean, this is definitely an awesome view. It's an awesome place to hang out. It's an awesome place to be, and I honestly would love to live here. One day, I'm gonna live in the islands somewhere, because I don't think spending millions of dollars for one of these is the goal and worth it. I definitely think living in the islands would be better. Kelly, a New Yorker in Mass. Hello from Boston. What ship are you on? We are on board the Carnival Horizon, and next to me is a Boston native. Right, Scott?
Yes.
Beantown boy.
Go Red Sox.
Go Red Sox. Go Phillies. We are almost there, baby. We are almost at the end. Look at that yacht sitting right off the coast. That thing is gorgeous. Kelly said, go Yankees. Scott actually has a tattoo of a Boston fan peeing on a Yankee symbol. That's South Beach, baby. Everybody just living it up. Enjoying the beautiful day today. Like I said, it's not too hot, and right here you get a nice little breeze. It feels really good out here on the balcony. Usually I'm inside sucking up that AC, but it feels really great, man. It's a nice, beautiful day today. You got everybody down the way there, a little bit down the ways, chilling out on the sandbar. And they're just living the life. I mean, listen, this is Florida, man. Like, Florida time is like island time, right? When I'm off from work, I am in no rush to do anything. I am living life, just enjoying life. And that's that, man. Now, I can tell you my pockets ain't that deep this trip. So, I don't know how much casino time we're going to have. But hopefully I can turn $100 into $100,000 and we can have a lot of casino time. Off from work, I thought this was work. So this is the ultimate goal, right? Like, this is what I want to do for a living. I want to be able to create travel and cruise content 24/7. But I do have a regular full-time job on top of this. And I had to take PTO to be able to go and take these trips and do things like that. But this is the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to be able to do content full time, and just keep putting one foot in front of the other until we get to that point. And hopefully that comes in the very near future where this is full time. I know if I just take the leap of faith and flap my wings, I'd prevail and it would turn out to be great. But when you have kids and a mortgage and all of that, you don't take that risk as much. You're a little bit more conservative on the things that you want to do. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I have to look at what's in the best interest. And my best interest is continuing to work a full-time job to be able to take care of my kids. I get to spend every day with my kids, so I'm blessed that way. But to be able to provide them a better life and to provide just a better life all around and to do what I love every day as a form of work is the ultimate goal. And that's the big picture, man, is wanting to be able to create travel content as a full-time gig. And one day I'll get there. It'll take a little time, but I'll definitely get there. But that's it. Miami is disappearing in the distance. And we are making our way out to open waters. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Nice little breeze coming off the ocean. Feels really good. Not too hot. I'm not sweating to death. Definitely a nice day. Yeah. Yep, Fort Lauderdale. I mean, this guy looks like he's coming right for us, man. Whoosh. Man, look at the wake kick off the back of that thing. That is just insane. That thing's blowing water 15 feet in the air. And you can see the flag it's leaving behind. Like, that's a big, long flag coming off the back of that ship. We can't even call that a boat. That thing's way bigger than a boat. Now, like I said, we're on board for the next 8 days. Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. I got a little bit of money to do some casino videos, and I got an idea on some other videos I want to do, a daily vlog style, while on board the ship. So if you have any ideas on things you want to see over the next 8 days, whatever it may be, join the Facebook group. It's not in the description yet, but it will be linked into the description when the video's done and it's uploaded. And you'll see different posts coming through daily from the ports, from the ships, from things that I'm doing around the ship. And I'm going to do a daily vlog showing you what I do on the daily, sea days, and things like that. So if there's something you want to see specifically from this ABC cruise or from the Horizon itself, or just a travel content standpoint, shoot me a message, leave it in the comments, get at me one way or the other, and I will get you what you are looking for. I will make a video, I'll compile everything into that everybody wants to see and all of that. But that's it, y'all. Miami is fading away slowly but surely as we continue to set sail into the open waters. International waters, here we come. That means the casino is going to be open and drinks are not going to be taxed. So it's time to bid you farewell, bid Miami farewell. Thank you for hanging out with me, but I will leave you with an epic view. Hopefully we can see it. We might be a little too far away, but hopefully you'll be able to see it as we leave. The icon is getting ready to pull out. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging out with me for the last 40 minutes. Sorry for the little buffer. James, we plan on having a blast, man, so it's definitely going to be a good time. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, and until next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Peace. Check out the icon. Do-do-do. Look at that. Now that is a big ship. I can't wait to get on Star of the Seas. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great week, and I'll do another pop-up live one of these days. But I'll give you a little notice. I'll schedule that one. So until next time, I will catch you when I catch you. Y'all stay naughty. Peace.